Dean, it was certainly some game on Saturday, wasn't it? Had a bit of everything, and a game that you probably could have won, could have lost, and ultimately came out with a draw.
Yeah, I think after the game, I think a lot of our boys in training said how actually enjoyable it was to play him. Nice to hear that. Obviously, from the side, it looked pretty good as well. Sometimes it's not always the case. Yeah, as you said, I think it was a real topsy-turvy game. I think both teams had spells and both teams had chances, and I think ultimately probably a draw was a fair result.
The manager's been full of praise for you over the last few weeks, saying that as long as he's going to be at the club, there's a position for you there, and as long as you want to keep on playing, then he's more than happy for you to stick around. What's your feelings on hearing that, and are we going to be seeing you playing next year as well?
Yeah, if Russ stays here for a long time, then I'm right then, aren't I? Yeah, I'm playing regularly at the moment, so it's not really a concern in terms of next season or looking too far ahead. But as long as I feel good and performing of an adequate standard, then and I wanted, then I'll keep going. I think as soon as any of those three are not the case, then football's a pretty brutal world, and it will soon tell you.
There's a lot of competition for places in there, but in the last few weeks, it feels like almost like it's a completely new defence with the new bodies around you. It's an exciting time to be in that back line at the moment.
Yeah, it's. I think everyone's been really impressed with the signing of Harry. He's come in. He's every game he's looked better, and he looks a real good bit of business, which Keys was a big part of the team, and was starting to get a bit of form, but I think Harry's actually come in and looked like he's been here the whole time, which is really pleasing. It's a really difficult position to play, compared to a 4 or even other people. The way they play a 3, it's quite unique, and so for him to come in and fit in so quickly has been really pleasing. And obviously getting was tied down to a contract is good business as well, because he's been a real good performer for the whole season. And Zach's coming in, and Ethan, and just it, as you said, it's almost unrecognisable from even 2 weeks ago. But I think it's really exciting times. All youngish players, and all very athletic and good in the ball. And so I think it's really bright.
And how are you finding the position you're in? Obviously, it's a completely different one to what we've seen you play the majority of your career in, but you seem to have dropped in, and there's barely any hiccup at all.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, there's lots of similarities, lots of crossovers to left back. I think it's so aggressive on the press that I spend a lot of time playing left back, really, because you end up going all the way across. And then on the other side, it's just tackling and being narrow. But it's a position that kind of suits me in a way. It's I don't have to do like the big overlapping runs anymore. So you're sort of more defending and then supporting from behind, which is kind of perfect for where I'm at the moment. And you can use your sort of on the ball stuff to sort of set the attacks up and to try and play the way that we do.
Is 16th in the table a little disappointing, considering the way it feels like the team's performed this year?
Yeah, it is. I think there's not been too many bad performances. I think you can only really think of 2 or 3 where you think, yeah, we've really underperformed. I think apart from that, we've come away from every game thinking that we've played reasonably okay, but conceded early, which we've still not managed to eradicate, or not quite scored enough. But as you said, it's a strange sort of scenario where we feel like we're playing well, and we sort of maybe doesn't reflect in terms of points where we should be. But I think if you look from where we were at the start of the season, I mean, the volume of players that have come and gone is huge. Every time that happens, we've got to basically reintegrate, redo the team, redesign it. It just takes a bit of time, and it's sort of every time we 2 steps forward, it's 1 step back. But hopefully now, with the window closing and sort of 3 or 4 months to go, we can really sort of get a good run of form and sort of settle into a pattern with players that we know are going to stay at least till the summer.
Of course, you've got a familiar face back in the dressing room in the former Will Grigg. What's it like having him back?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I got on really well with Griggy, and someone I still spoke to when he was on his travels across across the country. And so it's really nice to have him back. He's one of them players that as soon as he comes in, he lifts the whole group because he's just got that quality that, you know, in training, everyone's sort of a little bit of a smile on your face because he sort of finishes so well, and everyone's like, it's not bad, is he? Like, you know, he kind of he lifts the group a little bit, and he's great to have around the place. He's obviously he's a funny boy, and you know, he adds to what we got here.
Rochdale away, then it's a ground that we've been to countless times. It's never an easy one. There's been some crackers down the years. There's been some ones that we'd all rather forget down the years as well. What are your thoughts going into the game tomorrow night?
Yeah, it's always a tricky. We always seem to get them in the depths of winter and on a Tuesday night for some reason. But they're a really good team. They try and play, and they try and do things the right way, and you know, they've got really good technical players, and always a difficult game, always one that you've got to be, you know, on the metal for, because they are, you know, a little bit different to the fact that, you know, they're not just a kick it and chase it kind of team. They do try and play, and they've got good players.
Nice one, thanks, mate.
Cheers, bud. Thank you all.
Lovely.
Very much.
All done. Right, we're staying here because we've got to do something with Bodes.